Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Umatlali Epo and this is the platform where we elevate and inspire your mindset for success. In today's episode, we're going to talk about beliefs. And before we can dive deep into this subject, if you are new to my channel, please go and hit the like button, go and hit the notification bell, and please don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below, guys. As you all know that my number one goal is to give you value all the time. So do your comments, add value to my content. And before I can waste any time, I'm just going to get straight into this subject, beliefs. Beliefs are a foundation for creating change in human state and human behavior. Beliefs are a foundation for creating change in human state and human behavior. And I'm going to highlight two words in that explanation. State and behavior. State and behavior. State, it is the condition of a person's mental, emotional, and physical well-being. State, it is the condition of a person's mental, emotional, and physical well-being. And behavior, it is how a person behaves as a result of something, an event, or any circumstance that they have incurred or encountered in their lives. How do people behave in different circumstances or different situations that they encounter in their lives? And looking into this explanation, we can just see how much our state are influenced by our beliefs, and also how we are operating physically, whether we are productive or not productive physically. It is entirely dependent on our beliefs. And I'm just going to give this example about money. You know, as people, we have different beliefs about money. And if you have negative ideas or beliefs about money, what happens is that even when opportunity comes into your way that can help you to make money or that can create income for you, you're not going to embrace them. And how you're going to handle or pursue them or perceive them in your mind, your mental state, it is going to influence your emotions. And at the end of the day, how you are operating physically, how you are using your body to work or do work in relation to making money, that will be dependent on your belief, the idea or the opinion that you are having in relation to money. And every day in our life, whether we are resourceful or unresourceful, we are entirely influenced by our beliefs. Because every time when something comes to us, something that we are not, convicted to, or something that we don't believe in, we are always not going to put more effort or take more action in relation to that one particular thing. And getting more into the deeper meaning of belief, we can say that beliefs are creeds, beliefs are doctrines, beliefs are principles or religious ideas that people have adopted into their lives. What happens is that beliefs have always been here before time. We find beliefs in our world. Beliefs have always been here. They have been operating, they have been working through our parents. And what happens is that now we are operating or working in relation to the beliefs that our parents have planted into our lives. And whether we are going to succeed in life or whether we are going to not succeed in life, it is going to be dependent entirely in the beliefs that we have adopted from our younger age. And there are many studies that have been conducted by medical doctors, and they have stated that most of the time a person's healing, it doesn't entirely depend on the medicine that they are given, but rather it is dependent on the expectations that they have. It is dependent on the beliefs that they have. And In most cases, there were many experiments that were conducted. One experience that I'm going to share with you is in relation to an experience whereby there were two groups of people. They were having ulcers, and the first group, they were told that, there is a medical solution that they are going to be given that is going to help them or relieve them from the pain of having ulcers. And the second group, they were told that, this is the medicine that we are having, but we don't have actually a proof or result of how this medicine is going to work on you. And these two groups of people, they responded differently to this medicine. And remember, there was no medicine in the first place. It was just a doctor trying to make an experiment on how people will actually respond when they are given certain beliefs or when certain beliefs are inflicted into them. It was just a medical solution with no any medical properties. That is to say that you can take water and give to a patient, and just because that patient believes that the water is medicine, even when you tell them that, there is no any solution that this water can give you, it is just water, but you have put in them a belief that this water is going to cure you, what is going to happen is that just because this person believes that water is going to cure them, it is going to happen that way. So moving into that example that I was just giving you, I was saying that these two groups of people, the first one, 70% of the patients recovered, but it was just their belief that made them well. And the second group, only 35% recovered from the ulcers. And that is just to say to you that, beliefs are playing a very, very crucial role in how people are thinking and behaving. And we can call this condition or this event the placebo effect. The placebo effect is whereby a substance that has no any physical effects is used in patients as a medicine because the patients, they believe that they need medicine to cure any kind of sickness within them. But in the actual fact, those patients not having any sickness, I hope that you get it. Placebo is when a substance that has no any physical effects. That is to say that if ever I take anything that I can take to a patient, water, it doesn't have any effects to that patient just because that patient believes that they are sick. And as a doctor or as a person, you know well that this person is not sick. They just need to go and sleep, rest, and they will be well. When you give them this substance, it is not going to affect them physically. It is not going to have any physical effect on them. Just because they have a belief that it is a medicine, it is going to cure them. And this is what has been happening in human history. This is what has been happening in the life of a lot of people. And we can just see that beliefs are playing a very, very big role in our lives. And the question is, how can we really have the beliefs that can empower us versus the beliefs that can limit us? How can we have the beliefs that can empower us versus the beliefs that can limit us? The answer is the beliefs that we choose to accept, whether to be true or not true, whether to be right or wrong. It's a choice. It's a choice for us. If we choose to have a belief about certain things in life, money, marriage, life, health, we're always going to get the results in relation to our beliefs. We're not going to get much less. Rather, we're going to get just exactly in relation to the expectations that we are having pertaining anything that we are expecting to achieve or have in our lives. And I'm going to share with you the 5 things that can actually drive or affect our beliefs. First of all, one thing that affects human beliefs is our environment. The environment that we grow in. It plays a very, very important role in creating or crafting a path for people, whether a path of success or a path of failure. For most of the time, people or children who find themselves growing in slum life environment, they tend to believe like this is how life is. This is how people are supposed to live. By lacking and having poverty, because all their life, all that they have experienced in the environment that they have grown in is poverty, lack. At any point or time, they have never seen or experienced abundance. And as a result of that, they tend to believe that that's how life is. Or for people who can grow up in welfare systems whereby, the government is helping them to even a 3rd generation, you'll find that just because no one came and broke this thing, is going to be a continuous thing. The generations that are going to come, they're going to continue living in lack and poverty and experiencing life in lack just because this is the path that has been created before them. This is the path that has been laid before them, a path of lack. And on the other side, people or children who find themselves growing in families whereby there was wealth, when they grow up, they will experience life as something that is very great, as something that is amazing, as something that is rich. And at the end of the day, the beliefs that they are going to form when they grow up in relation to success or failure, they're going to have different kinds of beliefs in relation to children or people who have found themselves growing in slum life or growing in environments whereby they were supported by the government. And the second point that is affecting our beliefs is the experiences in relation to the events that have occurred in our lives. The experiences in relation to the events that have occurred in our lives. For example, just like I said, when you grow up in an environment whereby there is lack, all that you are experiencing is lack, you're always going to believe that that's how life is. And especially whereby you grow in an environment whereby you were not exposed to a lot of things, food, environment, relationships, a lot of things that contribute to human behavior or human growth. Once as a child you don't experience all these things, you are likely going to grow up having limited beliefs about life. You are likely to grow up having limited ideas about how life is supposed to be. You're always going to have this belief that life is hard, life is just impossible, life is about favors. You're not going to believe that in life you will always meet the right people who can help you or drive you towards your goals. You can always meet the right company that can help you in life to become the best version of yourself. Or in life, there are a lot of opportunities, and as a human being, you can always explore a lot of things. You can just see that as two people growing up in such kind of environment whereby we are experiencing different kinds of things, they're going to affect us differently in relation to our beliefs in relation to success or failure. And the third point that I'm going to share with you is our beliefs are affected or affected by what we know. Our beliefs are affected or affected by what we know. What you know or what you don't know, it does play a role in your beliefs. What you know or what you don't know, it does play a very, very big role in your beliefs. For someone who believes that the world is flat, this person is going to behave differently compared to a person who knows that the world is round. Therefore, it is important for us as human beings to keep on learning or empowering ourselves with knowledge so that we can learn beliefs that can empower us rather than limit us. So knowledge play a very, very crucial role in our beliefs and how we are going to experience life, success, joy, peace, abundance, lack. It is entirely going to be tied to the knowledge and the information that we are having about all these subjects or all these ideas about success or failure. And the fourth point that is going to affect or foster our beliefs is what we have achieved in the past, the results that we have got in the past. If in the past we have succeeded in something, we tend to believe that we can always do it. There is that chance of us trying it again and becoming successful at it. But for someone who have tried something in the past and they have failed it, what they tend to believe is that things are just hard. It is impossible for them to reach or have their desired goals. And at the end of the day, these two people, they're going to have different kinds of beliefs about success. And for me, looking into my faith life, when I grew up from my past, what I achieved in relation to my faith life is that I knew when I grew up in God, I always experienced abundance, peace of mind. And in life whereby I experienced challenges in my life, I got to a point whereby I made sure that I started to rebuild my spiritual life because I knew that I have once experienced joy and peace in God. And I knew that for me to be able to experience this joy and peace again, it means that I have to rebuild and create a better life with God. Because now that I have not been consistent in God, that requires me to take a new action in relation to how I have been relating with God, building my relationship with God from the scratch. And lastly, one thing that impacts our beliefs is, creating events in advance, creating goals in advance. What happens is that in order for us to achieve or become successful in anything, we should always have a drive. We should always have goals. These goals, we are going to create them now, and we're going to step into them now as if they are already happening. And once we do that, that is going to create more empowering beliefs within us. That is going to foster within us that success, it is possible, because we have already got to a point of stepping into the future and experiencing the success that we would like to experience when we are in the future. We do that by stepping into the future now and living those dreams now as if they are already happening now. For example, if you are desiring to have peace of mind or joy, the thing is, you can always step into the moment whereby you were happy or you were joyous. Bring those moments back into you, activate them within you, and then attach or align them to your future. Align them to how you would picture yourself in the future as this joyous and happy person. And that's how we really foster or create beliefs in our lives. We create beliefs in our lives through all the experiences that we have had in our lives. We foster beliefs through knowledge. We foster belief through what we have achieved in the past. We foster belief by creating goals and stepping into them now. And what I'm going to request to you is that now that I have given you the foundation or the tools that can really help you to know what can help you to create empowering or disempowering beliefs, I want to give you this exercise. You're going to write down 5 beliefs. 5 beliefs that are going to help you to do and help you to be more and help you to share more of who you are. Beliefs that are going to empower you to become the best version of yourself. And just to share with you my beliefs so that you can know how you can really write them. First of all, my number one belief is that I believe that God is the truth. God is the truth. Why do I have this belief? Is that I have recognized that most of the time as people, opportunities always come to us, especially opportunities in relation to money. But what we tend to believe is that sometimes some opportunities are not from God or some opportunities are evil. And what happens is that we tend to reject those opportunities. But for me, I believe that God is the truth. If there is an opportunity that is going to come for you and help you to progress financially, to become a better person emotionally, physically, I believe that that is God. That is the truth. God cannot limit you to become or do more. That's why I am saying that every time, learn more so that you can learn beliefs that can empower you to be more and to create more. The second belief that I have in life is that there is the highest love and joy in marriage. From growing up as a child, I have always desired to have a family, and this is something that I still have. But deep down my heart, looking at how the world is defining marriage and love, we as people, we have tend to believe that there is no love out there. Marriages are not just successful. But for me, I believe that there is the highest love that one can experience in marriage that comes from God. And the third belief that I have is that in life, you should always try. There's no option of giving up in life. No matter how many times you try, there's no option of giving up as long as you are still alive. After learning and discovering secrets of success from successful people, I have learned that most of the successful people in history, they have made it in life just because it was not easy, but they didn't give up. Even when time passed by, they didn't just let their dreams go, but rather they kept on trying many times. We hear of Thomas Edison. He tried the light bulb 999 times, 999 times. And when people were saying to him that, are you going to continue doing this, whereby you will even reach 10,000 failures? What he said is, this is not actually failure, but I am actually learning how not to do the light bulb. That is to say that I'm actually learning new and better ways of doing the light bulb. And this is the message that I'm having for you today, that as you are crafting and working towards your dreams, as you try many times and you keep on failing, just take that as results that are helping you to become better and do more. Just take that as results that are drawing you closer and nearer to your goals. And the fourth belief that I have is that every experience that I have experienced in the past, failures, disappointments, they are for my healing. They are for my glory. They bring healing, they bring glory to me, not shame. I know that a lot of people, when we face challenges in life, when we face failures in life, what we tend to believe is that, I cannot share this thing because this is just shame to me. But for me, I believe that the more I share stories of my past hurts, my past disappointments, that brings healing to me. That is my belief. And lastly, I believe that the greatest success, the key to success is building a strong spiritual foundation. The key to success is building a strong spiritual foundation. And I know that as people, we have neglected this part of us, of spirituality. But if ever you want to become successful in any field or in any path, there's no how you cannot take into consideration or pay attention into your spiritual needs. And please make sure that you write your own beliefs that can help you or empower you to become the best version of yourself. I hope that you have got so much value from this video. Until we meet in our next episode, thank you very much, and I look forward to see you in my next video.